Okay, so this movie is called Pirates of the Caribbean, and the movie is about Pirates of the Caribbean. So, like, well done on the most unimaginative movie title ever. And this film doesn't really seem to have any idea what it's supposed to be about, or what kind of message it's trying to send at all. I mean, like, it's totally fucked up in every way. It starts with this kid, and she looks like she comes from some rich family or something, and she just flat out robs this gold off this poor kid, who nearly fucking drowned to death or something. So, okay, interesting start, but that's got fuck all to do with the movie, because from there we cut to this young slag, and basically she's been doing everyone in the village, and there's this creepy old man hanging around trying to get into her knickers by buying her fancy dresses, and baby Zorro is there with one of the most unsettling creepy attempts to grow a fucking mustache that I've ever seen, and baby Zorro and the old man are cock blocking each other, and there's this other guy there who's in the navy and stuff, and he's trying to get some action too. So he takes the slag up for a romantic chat by the sea, and she says, "Oh fuck me, this is boring," and just throws herself off a cliff to get away from it. Just swan dives into the fucking ocean. Anyway, then it cuts to this dude on this tiny, small boat, and he must have heard about what a slag Keira Knightley is. So he's gone and got himself this tiny fucking boat, and he's rowed it across the fucking ocean to try to take a shot at bedding her. And in like 15 seconds flat, he's got to second base. But the old man is like, whoa, fuck that. There's already too much competition for her to snatch around without people just turning up on dinghies to fuck her. And this dude is clearly pissed out of his face. So the old man throws him in jail for being drunk and disorderly or whatever. Which seems like the ultimate cockblock move to me, and it's a bit of an overreaction when it comes to trying to bet old slaggy draws. But anyway, the pisshead does what pissheads do best, and he just goes fucking nuts. He goes sliding about the place and gets into a fight with baby Zorro, presumably because Zorro ain't none too keen on the competition either, and they go at it, and you can clearly tell that baby Zorro, being the son of Zorro, is an expert swordsman, but that don't mean shit, because there ain't no stopping a pisshead who's on one, and so they just slog it out for what seems like an hour, until the pisshead gets brought down by the one thing that can stop a pisshead, and that's another pisshead. So he gets his ass thrown in jail after all, and just as we're getting bored out of our tits, finally some fucking pirates show up in this film that's actually called Pirates of the Caribbean. And these guys seem like a good laugh. They're running around town, having a good time, smashing shit up, doing what pirates do, and things are just starting to get fun when baby Zorro shows up and tries to put a stop to the party like a fucking knobhead. Anyway, Keira Slaggy Draws sees this shit going on and she's like, "Oh, thank fuck, finally some real men," because, you know, she's fucked everybody in the village. So she gets these two pirates to take her back to the pirate ship with them, and she's like, "Hey, let me join you, I want to be a pirate too." Like I say, the moral messaging in this movie is just fucked up. Anyway, they're all like, "Nah, thanks," and they tell her to piss off because girls can't be pirates or whatever. So Keira Slaggy Draws points to the shore and is like, "See that town over there? I fucked every guy in that town." And suddenly, the pirates are all like, "Oh, fuck yeah, you can come aboard." "Shit me, did we say no? We meant of course you can come aboard, you dirty fucking slag." And she's fucking stoked about it, but straight away she starts playing her face, you know, like you knew she would. And the pirates are like, "Ah, you can shut your fucking face, love," and they take her off for a gangbang or something, I don't know. So, like, the next day, everyone wakes up and they have fucked up their entire town something proper, what with all the fucking pirate partying and everything. And baby Zorro wakes up and he's got a stinking hangover or something, and everyone realises that old Slaggy Knickers has pissed off. And baby Zorro tries to get them to go look for her, but they're all like, "Nah, fuck it, she's fucked everyone in the whole damn town anyway." But baby Zorro won't take no for an answer, and they're all like, "You want to be careful, you're going to catch something off her." So, like, it's clear from this that baby Zorro is like the one guy in the village who hasn't actually got to bang Keira Slaggy Knickers yet. So, like, he turns to the one guy he knows who got to second base 15 seconds after meeting her. so he can give him some tips or something, I suppose. I don't know, I wasn't really listening, to be honest. Anyway, Baby Zorro decides to break the pisshead bloke out of jail for some reason. I ain't got no fucking idea why, really. I'm guessing they're planning to take turns or spit roaster or something, but anyway, the pisshead guy seems up for it, so they both go looking for the slag. And they nick a ship off that Navy guy, and they make him look a right prick. And then they piss off to some other town, and meet a whole bunch of slags. But, for some reason, these slags ain't good enough for them. Actually, I know why. It's because Keira Knightley's hot as hell. And if she's supposed to be so fucking easy in this movie, yeah, I can see why a blowjob off her would be better than a slap in the face. Anyway, the pisshead goes on the piss in this pub. Because of course he fucking does, he's a pisshead. And while this is going on, it turns out that Keira Slaggy Knickers has shacked up with that pirate captain. Because of course she has, she's a fucking slag. And so like, so far, what I'm getting from this movie is, pirates and slags are good, and I can't see a damn thing wrong with that message, to be honest with you. But, from there, we take one hell of a fucking detour into what the fuckville. Because it turns out, and I shit you not, Keira Slaggy Knickers has teamed up with these fun-loving pirates and everything, but uh-oh, it only turns out they're all fucking undead zombie monsters or some shit. Like, what the fuck? And Keira Slaggy Draws is like, oh fuck this shit, I'm out of here. But the dumb bitch is too stupid to realise she's out on a boat at fucking sea, so there ain't nowhere for her to fucking run to anyway. So the pirates put her on a bouncy castle and swing her about a bit because they may be undead monsters, but they're still fucking pirates after all, and they like to have fun, you know? And that freaks Slaggy Knickers out, which is fair enough. I mean, she went on board for a boatload of cock, but I don't think when she was looking for something hard and stiff that included fucking rigor mortis. Anyway, it turns out that when the pisshead was out on the piss in the pub, he run his mouth, like a pisshead does, and told a whole bunch of guys about the easy slag from the next town over, and now they all want to come along and take a shot at her too. And they all go sailing off after her like she's the princess in some dirty fucking fairy tale. But from there, it turns out that these fun-loving undead zombie pirates are a little bit fucked up in their head, and they take little Miss Slaggy Knickers off to this weird fucking cave, and they find a bunch of gold and shit, and they get so excited about it, they decide they're gonna straight up fucking murder Keira Knightley, like fucking sacrifice her to the gold or something. So like, now, I got no idea what this film's trying to say. Money is better than slags, or don't trust zombie pirates, or what? I ain't got no fucking idea. But it turns out that these fun-loving zombie pirates were just having a laugh and joking around after all. But Keira Slaggy Draws ain't none too fucking happy about it, so the captain slaps the shit out of her, and again, I gotta say, not cool. Slapping people to get them to shut up should be like your third or fourth option. You don't just go right to it without screaming and name-calling and shaking them violently. Like, slapping is really not your first fucking option there. Anyway, somehow, little Miss Slaggy Knickers suddenly fucks off out the cave and hooks up with Baby Zorro, and I got no fucking idea how that happened at all. But then again, I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest with you. Then, it turns out that the pisshead bloke must have got tanked out of his brain or something, and he wakes up with a stinking hangover in the cave with all these pirates, and again, I got no idea how he got there. Like, the last time we saw him, he was on a boat or something, and now Keira Slaggy Knickers is on a boat, and the pisshead is back in the cave where she was, so I guess they switched places somehow, but I got fucking no idea how. Anyway, it goes without saying that, obviously, these pirates are none too fucking pleased to have their hot slag swapped out with some pisshead bloke. But he's giving it all that, running in his mouth and everything, so they lock his ass up in jail again and go off after Slaggy Knickers. Because, well, you would do, wouldn't you? I mean, that's what this whole movie is trying to say to us, right? A hot slag is worth sailing a boat for? I mean, I got no fucking idea what this film's trying to tell me, but okay, let's move on. So it turns out that little Miss Slaggy Knickers has now shacked up with, like, literally the one guy from the town she hasn't fucked yet, and they seem to have one of the most cold, standoffish dates I've ever seen on a galleon. Anyway, these pirates catch up with the boatload of blokes from the pub, so now I guess the movie's trying to tell us that professionals will always beat pissheads, which we know isn't true because we saw it for ourselves in that opening sword fight. And the pirates just go fucking nuts. They kick the absolute living shit out of them and blow the shit out of the boat and everything. And in the middle of all of this, the pisshead bloke suddenly takes a fancy to a monkey. Like I say, I ain't standing by none of the messages in this fucking movie. Anyway, the pirate captain feels the same because he's seen the pisshead bloke trying to fuck his monkey. And he's like, nah mate, fuck you fucking weirdo. And then he throws the pisshead bloke off the fucking ship, which is fair enough. And then, for some reason, all of the pirates suddenly decide they've had enough of little Miss Slaggy Knickers, despite the fact that they just chased across a fucking ocean for her, and they throw her in the fucking sea too. And all of the pirates decide they've all suddenly gone gay for baby Zorro, and it's like, I don't think that's how sexuality works, you know? I don't think you get a boatload of pirates who 1 minute are so straight they want to sail a boat across the sea to fuck a hot slag, who then, the next minute, all decide they've gone gay and want to fuck some random young boy they just met. But then again, we've all heard the rumours about the sailors and the cabin boy. That's why they say worse things happen at sea, you know? Or the best things happen at sea, depending on your preference. But anyway, left alone on this island, the pisshead and Slaggy Knickers shack up together, because of course they fucking do. And they get pissed up and party, because of course they fucking do. And then they fuck so much that they set fire to the whole fucking island and shit. And the Navy guy turns up and he's like, what the fuck? You can't just burn down loads of trees, you horny slag. And then he takes them both away to explain themselves. But here, the moral message of the movie swings sideways again. And now it turns out that despite celebrating piracy through the whole movie, and after fucking everyone she's ever met, Kira Slaggy Draws is now in love with baby Zorro. So, virginity rocks or something, I guess. I don't know. But that ain't gonna matter for long, 'cause by now, the real pirates have got baby Zorro bent over the chest of gold. So fuck knows what that gold does to pirates, but they should have made the movie about that. Anyway, for some reason, all the guys that wanted to bang Kira Slaggy Knickers are, for some reason, more than willing to go help her rob the young boy's virginity, like some sexual fucking predator. So they all bust in there and break up the pirates' party again, and shit goes fucking wild. They're trying to fight undead monsters and kill them, even though they're already dead. It don't make a lick of sense to anyone, so they all just get bored and give up, and that's the end of the movie. Little Miss Slaggy Knickers hooks up with baby Zorro. The pirate captain dies, because piracy bad now, right? And as for the pisshead bloke, they try to fucking hang him or something. Like as a fucking wedding present for Slaggy Knickers or something. I mean, how fucking twisted. Even when this movie's trying to be normal, it's still fucked up. Anyway, as we know from the start of the movie, nothing can stop a pisshead. So he just bounces the fuck out of there and pisses off. So, I guess, the overall message of this movie is, alcoholism should be punishable by death, but it also makes you a fucking superhero. I mean, I got no fucking idea what they're trying to tell me, but I never want to see this fucking film again in my life, this stupid fucking movie.